Stop. Your soulmate wants you to know this right now. My beloved child. Stop for just a moment, and don't skip, because what you're about to hear is not an ordinary message. It feels strangely familiar, doesn't it? Almost as if something has been trying to reach you again and again, but every distraction pulled your attention away before you could understand it. Today is different. Today, you stayed. And that changes everything. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Imagine, just for a moment, that somewhere in the world, someone connected to your heart has been carrying words they never found the courage to say. They replay conversations that never happened. They imagine moments they wish they could relive. They wonder if silence has already cost them too much. The strange part is that the feeling inside you has been changing too. Tiny signs. Unexpected thoughts. A sudden memory that appeared for no reason. Coincidence? Or the beginning of a story that has been quietly unfolding behind the scenes? Whatever brought you here today, don't look away now, because the next few moments may change the way you see everything that has been happening around you. There is something about unfinished connections that refuses to disappear. They don't simply fade away. They wait. They whisper through ordinary days, hiding inside familiar places and unexpected emotions. Have you noticed how certain memories return when you least expect them? Or why a single song, a random street, or an ordinary evening suddenly feels meaningful? Those moments often arrive without asking permission. They make you pause. They make you wonder. Don't skip, because the biggest mistake would be leaving before you hear the message that follows. Picture someone standing only one decision away from changing everything they believed about you. They are no longer focused on what went wrong. Instead, they are asking themselves one question over and over again: what if I waited too long? That question has become louder than fear, stronger than pride, and impossible to ignore. The silence between you is no longer comfortable. Something has shifted. Something has awakened. And whether you realize it or not, the next chapter begins the moment you stop doubting that change is possible. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything becomes even more unexpected. Not every important message arrives through words. Sometimes it arrives through timing. Through moments that seem ordinary until you look back and realize they changed your entire direction. Right now, you may feel like nothing extraordinary is happening. That is exactly why this moment matters. The biggest turning points rarely announce themselves. They arrive quietly. And only those who remain until the final moment recognize them. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine receiving a message at the exact second you were about to give up. Imagine discovering that everything you believed was over had actually been preparing you for something greater. Hold on to that thought, because what comes next will reveal why this moment feels so different from every other time before. And once that truth begins to unfold, you may never see this connection the same way again. There is one detail that has remained hidden until now, and if you leave before hearing it, you may never understand why this message found you today. Don't skip. Somewhere, beyond your awareness, a change has already begun. The person tied to this connection has started questioning every reason they once used to stay silent. They thought time would erase these feelings, but instead, every passing day has made them stronger. They have discovered that pretending to move on is far more painful than admitting what still lives inside their heart. Every distraction they chased eventually led them back to the same place, back to thoughts of you. They remember conversations they never finished, smiles they never forgot, and possibilities they were too afraid to explore. What surprises them most is not how deeply they feel, but how impossible it has become to ignore those feelings any longer. Even when they try to convince themselves that life should continue as usual, something unexpected interrupts them. A memory appears. A familiar emotion returns. A quiet reminder refuses to disappear. That is why this moment feels different. This is no longer about wondering what could have been. It is about realizing what still has the chance to become. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The answers have been moving toward this exact moment much longer than you realize, and what happens next may explain why your heart has felt unusually restless lately. What makes this story extraordinary is that neither of you could see the invisible pieces falling into place. While you were focused on your own journey, unseen moments were quietly changing the direction of theirs. They have begun noticing qualities about you that once escaped their attention. The strength you showed during difficult times. The kindness you gave without expecting anything back. The patience you carried when nobody understood your struggle. Those small things have become impossible for them to forget. They now realize that the qualities they searched for everywhere else had been standing in front of them all along. That realization did not arrive all at once. It arrived slowly, unexpectedly, and with every passing day it became impossible to deny. Don't skip, because the next revelation is even more powerful. They are beginning to understand that certain opportunities only appear once in a lifetime, and losing someone who genuinely cared may become the greatest regret they ever carry. That thought has been growing louder inside them every single day. It follows them into quiet mornings and restless nights, reminding them that silence cannot continue forever. Something inside them keeps whispering that waiting any longer may cost them the future they secretly hope for. Now another unexpected truth is ready to unfold, and this is where everything begins to feel almost unbelievable. Sometimes the biggest transformation happens just before anyone else notices it. Outwardly, everything appears ordinary, but beneath the surface, decisions are quietly being made that can change an entire story. This is one of those moments. The hesitation that once controlled this connection is beginning to lose its power. Fear is no longer winning the battle inside their heart. Hope is becoming stronger than doubt. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Very soon, a moment will arrive that feels ordinary at first, yet later you will look back and realize it marked the beginning of something completely different. That single moment has the power to reshape everything you thought you understood about this connection. So keep listening carefully, because the next chapter will reveal the choice that has been forming in silence, and once that choice is finally revealed, nothing about this journey will ever feel the same again. Everything has been leading to this turning point, but the most incredible part is still hidden beneath the surface. Don't skip, because what you're about to hear explains why this connection refuses to disappear from your heart. There comes a moment when silence becomes heavier than words, and that moment has finally arrived. The person connected to you has reached a place where pretending everything is fine no longer feels possible. They keep asking themselves the same question: what if this is my last chance to make things right? That single thought has begun changing the way they see every memory, every missed opportunity, and every dream they once buried. They no longer remember only the happy moments. They remember the promises that were never spoken, the conversations that ended too soon, and the emotions they hid behind fear. Every day, they discover another reason why walking away never truly worked. Instead of forgetting you, they found themselves understanding you more deeply than ever before. It is almost as though life has been quietly teaching them lessons they refused to learn until now. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The next revelation is not about coincidence. It is about a realization so powerful that once it fully settles in their heart, they will never be able to return to the person they used to be. The most unexpected changes often happen when nobody is watching. While the world continues as if nothing has changed, invisible decisions are shaping the future behind closed doors. That is exactly what is happening now. The walls they built around their emotions are beginning to crack, not because someone forced them to, but because the truth has become impossible to ignore. They finally understand that real connections cannot be replaced by temporary distractions or forgotten through endless busyness. Every attempt to silence their heart only made its voice stronger. Every step away somehow led their thoughts back to you. They have started noticing little reminders everywhere. Moments that seem ordinary to everyone else but feel deeply personal to them. Those reminders are no longer painful, they are becoming a source of courage. Don't skip. This is where everything starts accelerating. The hesitation that once delayed every decision is fading, replaced by a growing certainty that waiting any longer may mean losing something truly irreplaceable. They are beginning to believe that some people enter our lives for a reason that cannot be explained with logic alone, and that realization is preparing them for a choice they never imagined they would have the strength to make. Now listen carefully, because the next few moments hold the greatest mystery yet. There is one final piece that has not been revealed, and it is the reason this message reached you today instead of any other day. Imagine standing on the edge of a brand new chapter without realizing it. Imagine discovering that the quiet season you thought was empty was actually preparing both hearts for the same destination. That is where this journey is heading. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The distance that once seemed impossible is beginning to shrink in ways neither of you can fully see yet. The unanswered questions are slowly finding their answers. The uncertainty is giving way to clarity. And somewhere, a decision is growing stronger with every passing moment, a decision that could change the direction of this entire story forever. But the most astonishing part has not been revealed yet, because what comes next will uncover the one truth they have guarded for far too long, and once those hidden words are finally ready to surface, this connection will never feel the same again. A quiet shift is happening now, and almost nobody would recognize it unless they were paying close attention. Don't skip, because this may be the moment everything starts moving in a direction you never expected. There comes a point when the heart grows tired of carrying unanswered questions, and that point has finally arrived. The person connected to this story has begun realizing that every excuse they once believed no longer feels convincing. The fear that kept them silent is losing its grip, replaced by a powerful desire to stop wondering and finally face the truth. They have replayed countless memories in their mind, searching for the exact moment when everything changed, only to discover that the connection never truly disappeared. It simply waited beneath the surface, becoming stronger with time. Every day they delay feels heavier than the one before, and deep inside they know they cannot keep pretending forever. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What has been hidden for so long is beginning to rise, and once it does, neither of you will be able to see this journey the way you once did. The silence is reaching its limit, and something remarkable is preparing to replace it. Sometimes destiny does not arrive with loud announcements. It arrives through a single unexpected moment that seems ordinary until you realize it changed everything. That moment is closer than either of you can imagine. The person who once questioned every feeling is now questioning every reason they ever chose to stay quiet instead. They have started imagining what life would look like if they finally stopped holding back. That thought grows stronger each morning and follows them into every quiet night. They are beginning to understand that genuine connections deserve courage, not endless hesitation. Don't skip. Every emotion they buried has slowly transformed into determination, and every unanswered question has become another reason to move forward instead of backward. They no longer want another chapter filled with "what if." They want certainty. They want clarity. They want the chance to discover what this connection could become if fear is no longer allowed to decide the ending. And that realization is creating a powerful momentum that cannot be ignored much longer. Now the final truth for this moment is ready to unfold, and it carries a weight unlike anything revealed before. Imagine waking up one ordinary day, believing nothing has changed, only to discover that everything has already begun shifting behind the scenes. That is exactly where this story stands. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A choice is quietly forming, stronger than doubt and brighter than uncertainty. It has been built through patience, reflection, and emotions that refuse to disappear. Very soon, what has remained unspoken will begin finding its way toward the light, and the distance that once seemed impossible will feel smaller than ever before. The next chapter will uncover the decision that has been growing in complete silence, a decision capable of changing the direction of this entire connection forever. When that hidden choice finally comes into the open, you will understand why every twist, every delay, and every unanswered moment had been leading to this exact point all along. The moment you have been waiting for is closer than it has ever been before, but there is one final truth you must hear before everything becomes clear. Don't skip, because this is where the silence finally begins to reveal its purpose. For so long, it seemed as if nothing was changing, as if every unanswered question would remain unanswered forever. But while the world continued moving, something inside this connection refused to stand still. The person linked to your heart has reached a place where looking back no longer brings confusion, it brings certainty. They now understand that some people leave a mark that time cannot erase, no matter how far life tries to pull them away. Every memory that once felt painful has slowly transformed into a reminder of what truly mattered. They have stopped asking whether this connection was real and started asking whether they still have the courage to protect it. That single realization has changed everything. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What once felt impossible is beginning to feel within reach, not because circumstances magically changed overnight, but because hearts grow stronger when they finally accept the truth they have been avoiding. This journey has never been about perfect timing, it has always been about reaching the moment when fear could no longer overpower hope. There is another reason this message arrived today and not yesterday. Some truths can only be understood after enough time has passed to reveal their value. Think about every unexpected delay, every unanswered moment, every path that seemed to lead nowhere. What if those moments were not holding you back? What if they were quietly preparing both sides of this connection for something neither of you was ready to receive before now? Don't skip. The person connected to this story has begun seeing your presence in a completely different light. They no longer remember only the moments you shared, they remember how you made them feel, how your kindness remained long after conversations ended, and how your strength stayed with them even when they tried to convince themselves to move on. That realization has become impossible to silence. It follows them into ordinary days and quiet nights, reminding them that some bonds become stronger precisely because they were tested. They are no longer searching for reasons to walk away. Instead, they are searching for the courage to step forward, knowing that real opportunities rarely knock twice. Every heartbeat seems to carry the same quiet message: waiting forever is no longer an option. Now you stand at the edge of a brand new chapter, and this is the reason you were meant to hear these words today. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story has not reached its ending, it has reached its turning point. The unanswered questions that followed you from the very beginning are finally preparing to reveal why everything unfolded the way it did. A decision is almost ready to leave the shadows. A truth that remained hidden for so long is preparing to speak louder than fear ever could. And when that moment arrives, you will understand that every delay, every moment of uncertainty, and every unexpected twist was quietly guiding this connection toward a future neither heart could have imagined at the beginning of this journey. The next chapter will uncover the final breakthrough. The moment when silence gives way to clarity, hesitation gives way to courage, and what has remained hidden for so long finally steps into the light, revealing why this message found you at exactly the right time. Everything has led to this final stretch, and the reason is more powerful than you ever imagined. Don't skip, because the next few moments complete the journey that began the instant this message found you. Sometimes the greatest answers do not arrive with noise. They arrive with absolute certainty. The person connected to this story has finally reached that place. They are no longer running from what they feel. They are no longer searching for reasons to stay silent. Instead, they have begun accepting a truth that has been growing stronger with every passing day: some connections are simply too meaningful to be ignored forever. Every lesson, every delay, every unexpected twist has shaped them into someone who now understands the value of honesty over fear. They have realized that waiting for the perfect moment almost caused them to lose something priceless. That realization has become impossible to forget. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. This is not the ending they once expected. It is the beginning they never believed could still be possible. Every unanswered question is slowly giving way to clarity, and every quiet moment is preparing the way for something far greater than either of you could have predicted. Now picture a sunrise after the longest night. Nothing changes in a single second, yet suddenly everything looks different. That is exactly how this connection is transforming. What once seemed uncertain is beginning to reveal its true direction. The walls built by hesitation are no longer as strong as they once were, and hope has started winning every battle that fear used to control. Don't skip. There is extraordinary strength in choosing courage after a season of doubt, and that strength is growing with every heartbeat. The person who once questioned every feeling is now beginning to trust what their heart has been trying to tell them all along. They understand that genuine connections deserve action, not endless waiting. They know that some opportunities appear only once, and they refuse to let this one disappoint.